Hello, Facebook. So, it has been an extremely long day for me. I am hyped up on adrenaline. However, I've had this burning desire that I have to do this video, and I can't put it off any longer. I kept saying, when I get tired, when I get quiet, when I get this. So I'm quiet, I'm in the Airbnb, I'm by myself, and I know it's late in Florida, but I have to do this, I have to get it out. I'm going to talk about beliefs and how our thoughts create everything that we have. They create our reality. And it all starts the belief that we can do anything, we can have anything, we can be anything that we want to be. But we've been told and we believe differently. It all goes back to the beginning when Jesus came. Jesus was God's son, and he and we were created in God's image. We are spirits that are inhabiting a human body here on earth. We are light, we are energy. That's science, look that up. You don't have to believe in Jesus to know this. But Jesus came on this earth, he did miracles. He created amazing things because he knew who he was. His disciples saw who he was and they did miracles. But somewhere over the last 2,000 years, we forgot who we are, where we came from, and what we're here to do. And it really has started to really irk me that people more and more don't believe that they're capable of things. They have agreed with something that is not true, whether it be a subconscious belief from their childhood or it is something that they just agreed with along the way. Somebody told them they weren't good enough, they weren't smart enough, they weren't pretty enough, they weren't rich enough, they weren't whatever. So they put their dreams on hold. And God tells us that those dreams are put there by him. And only we, ourselves, can fulfill those dreams. Every single person on this planet is different. Every single person has a different purpose and a plan for their life. And when we look at our little radar screen of what we believe that we can do in our time, we get limited and we quit believing. We quit believing that we're capable. We quit believing that we can do things. We quit believing that we can achieve those dreams, and we give up on them. It really, it pisses me off. I have no other word for it. I have a burning desire to share this. What do you believe that you can't do because somebody told you can't believe it, or you shouldn't believe it, or that's crazy? Jesus walked on this earth and he did miracles. He rose the dead. He healed the lame. He healed the sick. He healed the blind. And he told his disciples to do the same. Okay, well, if we're created in God's image and we are just like Jesus, because Jesus was human and he had God inside of him, well, we are human and we have God inside of us. Why don't we believe that we can do the same thing? What do you believe that you're not capable of, that you're completely capable of? What lies have you believed along the way that keep you from fulfilling those dreams and those purposes and those goals that are deep down inside, those visions that are in your heart? Why don't you do them? Because somebody else told you can't? Because you don't see how? Let me give you a little clue. The how is not your freaking business. I'm going to ask you a question. The radar that we see, okay, the weatherman, for example. How often are they right? I mean, really. Joe, I see you watching. We've had this discussion. How often is the radar correct? How often does the weatherman know what's going to happen 3 days from now? They don't. They really don't. They assume because what they see on that little radar screen, this little big radar screen right here, they believe that that's all that there is, so that's what the weather's going to be. Well, it changes, and then 3 hours from now, they're wrong. Well, that's our life. That's our life in so many different ways. When we believe that we can do big things, great things, amazing things, huge things, we can do them, but we tend to fall back on what's comfortable and what we can see. You know, I'm going to use our finances as an example. We see that Christmas bonus coming. We see that extra paycheck when you get paid every 2 weeks, and it just so happens to be 3 paychecks in a month. Woohoo! You get that extra check. But we believe that we're capable of more. Do we believe that there might be an extra blessing around the way? Do we believe that if we take this step that seems scary and we don't know how, but we know we need to do it, we feel it, but we don't do it because we don't see how it's going to work out? It's in that belief or disbelief of the supernatural that we get stuck in these comfort zones. And those comfort zones kill our dreams. And when those dreams get killed, we don't fulfill our purpose. And I was reading a book the other day. It talks about that like 97% of people do not fulfill the purpose that is in their heart. And that broke my heart. They are on this earth and they live to pay bills and die because they don't see how it can be any different. And that's 2,000 years of people believing lies, believing what's been told to them, and not going with their gut and their intuition and their belief of, I'm supposed to do something, you know. And today at convention, Gary passed away a month ago, May 12th, and she talked a long time about how Gary was a dreamer, and everybody told him that there's no way that he can do what he did, and there's no way that he can build a farm there, and there's no way that he can distill oils how he did, and there's no way that he can create this and do that. And he continued to go with what he called intuition, his gut feeling. And let me tell you, he achieved way more than most people ever even try to do, because he didn't care what people thought. He didn't care what people said he couldn't do. He did what everybody said was impossible. She said back when he was answering the phones himself and he had a whole 6 orders in a day, he had visions of being worldwide. He had visions of farms all over. He had visions of being in every home. And now there are millions and millions of oilers because of him, because he didn't give up. He didn't listen to those naysayers. How many naysayers do you have in your life telling you that your dreams are stupid? Let me tell you, I got plenty in my life. I don't listen to them, because my dreams are huge. They're really big. And I don't listen to those people that tell me I can't do them. And they're people I love. They're people I care about. And I respect what they think, but I don't let them stop me. And instead, I'm going to show them that my dreams can become reality. And maybe I'll inspire them to do the impossible, or what they think is impossible, because if it's in your heart, it's what you're supposed to do. And it's our fears and disbelief that what we think can be possible will be possible if we do it. And the how is not important. The how comes as you take those steps. The how becomes visible after we take those hard steps, after we see what that last step did. And then the next step is revealed. I've seen it on my journey. I've seen it in so many's journey. And today, hearing Mary speak, she spoke an hour about Gary's life. She went way over time. But there was not a dry eye in that entire arena. Not one dry eye. Because he was a very big dreamer. And he didn't listen to those naysayers. He didn't listen to the people that said, oh, that's impossible. Oh, you're crazy. Oh, you want to do that? Psh, whatever. And because he didn't give up, he's left a legacy. He's left millions of people with better lives and better health and better everything because he chose to follow his heart instead of what the negative people told him he couldn't do. And he showed them that your dreams are there by God, and your dreams are put there for a reason, and your dreams, if you follow them step by step, will lead you to the best life you've ever had. Because when we fulfill our dreams, we're fulfilling our purpose. And when you say, no, I don't see how I can do that. It's only on this little radar screen, and I don't see how I'm going to be able to do that. I'm going to be honest. My dreams require a lot of money. Not for me to help others. I've got huge dreams, and they're really scary. But I know that I'll achieve them because I don't listen to those people that tell me I don't know how you're going to do that. I actually look at it as motivation because I don't quit. And I know this passion in me is like a little pilot light on a gas grill. And that pilot light has lit the entire grill. And it doesn't turn off until you turn it off. And I refuse to turn it off because I'm cooking some amazing stuff on my grill. I'm helping people along my way. I'm helping myself. I'm helping others. I'm achieving my goals one by one, step by step, day by day. And my goal is to help others achieve their goals, achieve their dreams, achieve their purpose by shutting down those negative thoughts, those negative habits, those negative ways of thinking, those hate tapes that we play in our head. Because let me tell you, those are stupid. Those are the things put there by other people, and we choose to believe that instead of the truth. Because we are all, as my friend calls us, godlets. We are a spirit having a human experience in a human body, just like Jesus. And we are here to achieve a purpose, just like Jesus. And just a little clue for you, nobody thought Jesus was awesome until after he died and was resurrected. He didn't have the support of his family. He didn't have the support of anybody in his town. And you don't need the support of anybody in your family or your town either. They're probably going to think you're crazy, like my family does. And that's okay. I don't need anybody's support to follow my dreams, my purpose, my passion, because mine is different than yours. But I want to encourage you to dig deep down in your heart and in your soul to find the things that you've probably buried because you don't see how. I want you to dig deep down and find the thing that would set your soul on fire. If money was no object, what would you do with your life? What would you do to help others? What would you pursue? Again, if money was no object, what would you do with your life? And I want you to do that. Take little steps. Take the little baby steps. Do the little things. Hey, Kim, how are you? Take the little steps and do the little things and see where it leads you. Because I promise you, it's a yellow brick road. And it's paved with gold. But you're missing out because you don't see the next step until you take that first step. And you're too busy looking at your radar screen, which is this big. And the God of the universe is lining things up based on what you think. So if you believe that you can do these things, and you believe that what you see as impossible is possible, you can do it. But you just have to believe it first. You got to think in here. Everything. Listen to Eric Worre today, and he's always inspiring. And of course, I got in the room, like I was the second lady in the room, this huge room. I was the second person in the room because you know what? He's somebody that came from nothing. And he didn't stop when people said he was stupid and crazy. And he continued, and now he is inspiring others to follow their dream. And what he talked about today was exactly what I'm telling you now. Take your thoughts and think bigger. Write your goals down and double them. And then double them again because you can do it. And he said, think bigger. I wrote it down in my notes. And there was another step. And then he said, move faster. Think bigger, work harder, move faster. But you can do anything. But you got to first believe that you can do it. Because you can believe that you're a failure. You can believe that you're worthless. You can believe that you're hopeless. You can believe that your situation is miserable. And it will be, if that's what you believe. Or you can be like me. I used to think that way. I used to look at a little radar screen. But now I see bigger things. I see my dreams coming true. And right now I don't see how, but I know that that dream is put there by a God who's bigger than me. And I know that my purpose is bigger than what I can see. And I know that we are here to help others do bigger things. Every single one of us is here to help other people. Regardless of what you think. You're not here for you. Your purpose is not about you. FYI. You've got to reach bigger, think deeper, live larger, and follow your heart. And for all that to work, you have to believe that it's possible. Stop saying you can't. Take that out of your vocabulary. Just stop it. I challenge you to write 20 things that you're grateful for every day. Before I wake up in the morning, before I even open my eyes, I thank God for everything I can think of. Before I go to sleep, I do the same thing. You know, some of you play the day and how horrible it was. And I challenge you to start changing it to the things you're grateful for. And make that a habit. And before you know it, you'll start to see things open up. You'll start to see your beliefs change. You'll start to realize you can do those things. You'll start to see what you do truly have to be grateful for. And your life will start to change. But it all starts with you. It starts with your thoughts. And a grateful attitude changes your belief. Because when you have things to be grateful for, instead of complaining, it changes your heart. When your heart's changed, your life will change. When your life changes, you can change others' lives. When you change others' lives, you leave a legacy. Leave a legacy for other people, because your life is not about you. And on that note, peace out, sauerkraut. Have a blessed evening.